is ripping.
Why you tell me it hurts?
Pretty good, right, man?
Alright guys, what's up? This is Ed here, Off the Chart Trading. I want to do the daily recap here. Markets just closed. Um, lot of sideways action here. Um, just everything kind of in balance. So at this point, looks like we are trying to, or at least test the all-time highs here, which isn't out of the possibility of this week. So looking at the cues here, we do have some a bunch of intraday squeezes, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, and 4 hour. And if you look here at the 4 hour, it looks like it's holding this trend here. If we extend this to the right, um, so as long as that holds, we'll look good. We are getting a little exhausted to the upside, but I think we do either touch all-time highs or get close to all-time highs. But we'll see how that plays out. I did about 5, I think, trades on my new setup on the NQ. Um, it's a 2-minute intraday scalp based on this indicator here, with some stops and some rules that are set in place. So so far so good on this. I haven't had a losing day yet. Finished I think 620 for the day. So I think our first trade on this was here. This was one short. This is another short. Um, I want to say I did not get in this one because of momentum shifting higher, and this wasn't giving me a clear direction. So I didn't take that one. I did take this one. This was the biggest one. It was a $300 NQ trade, which is 15 points. So not a lot of points in NQ to get what you need to get. Um, so that was a good. But if of course if you held on, you would have had a nice win. But that's not what I'm looking for when I trade NQ. This one I did not take as well. Momentum here was shifting higher. Same with this one. I did, however, take this. Momentum was shifting down. We had some overbought indicators. So that one hit, and then this one hit, and this one hit. And then my rule is the last 30 minutes of the day, I don't trade it. So that one would have hit if you got in, but we're not going to do that one. And these arrows are not delayed; these are live. Buy and sell arrow. So overall, good day there. I did add a whole bunch of positions today, scanning and whatnot. Um, I've been waiting on Bitcoin to pull back, and it did. And one way to play it is BITO, the new ETF. But let me show you Bitcoin futures here. So we did pull back. We did get a bounce back today. We're at -1 ATR. I had shared a picture in Slack. Let me see if I can hopefully find that. Yeah. So here is, let me see how I can take this. Here we go. So this is 2021, this lineup here, and then this is 2017's run. So right now we are right here on this pullback, as you can see, middle of November. So we're right there if you continue that. So according to this, I mean it's been kind of head on since June, is we're gonna go ahead and rally into the close of the year. So I don't think we're gonna hit 180,000 according to this, um, but we'll definitely start rallying. More than likely get over 70,000, maybe 80. I don't know. They're saying 100,000 by the end of the year. So based on this, and just it rebounds fairly well. You get that nice flush. So we got some BITO calls. Not BITO, BITO. So BITO here on the dailies down to -1 ATR, almost a double bottom. So gave myself time, went to the last day of the year, and got some calls on that. Tesla, I've been keeping an eye on. Um, got some shorter time squeezes, but this is looking good. We got a nice bounce off to -1 again, and looking for that to to head higher, possibly by December, end of the year, break all-time high, maybe go to 1300. What else? The UNH. So this one I've been keeping an eye on. We are at the mean. This is United Healthcare. I think is it UNP? No, I forget the ETF for healthcare. XLP, I think is it XLP? Whatever it is. ANTM is Anthem Health. I played this before. Sorry for all those ringings, but so yeah, so this one really strong. I was hoping for it to come down to the 21, but we have some squeezes setting up in this one as well. I like long. What pulled up here? ABBV. I saw this on Brett's high low ticker. Pulled it up really strong here, as you can see. So it's moving sideways, letting everything catch up to it, which is fairly strong. I drew this trend line from back then somewhere, so that's okay. So lots of squeezes here as well. You got a 4 hour. You have two buys here on a 4 hour. Momentum shifted on a 4 hour, and then you have a 2 hour as well. That's getting ready to rock and roll. So that looks good. So I think that was a few of the ones I had added. The put call ratio is still um, a bit low. Why does this thing keep alerting every time I switch screens? So the put call ratio is still low, but at this point, um, I think we're just going to rally. Put call can be low, but doesn't always mean that we're going to sell, and you shouldn't always rely on one indicator. So just trade the setup that you see in front of you. The trend, I think, closed fairly neutral, 1.22. So a little more people are in short term. The higher the number on the trend, that means more people are short in the markets, and when it goes lower, that means more people are long. So we had a spike up here, up to 237 is when I sold my puts that I had. And that was a good idea because now we're almost getting back to new all-time highs in the Nasdaq. So good exit on the short there. Talking about Nasdaq, Apple was one that I liked, and I sold a put credit spread on this. So you see the momentum shifting here on the daily squeeze. You had the buy yesterday, so that's looking great. But the one thing is the daily. I mean, the weekly is also looking ready. Like it's ready to go. So that's looking good. We might be able to hit 3 ATR. That would be nice. About 163, 165 area. Um, that would be nice. I'm curious now to see what the Fibonacci would be on this, based on this high and this low. Yeah, so almost right to Q onto the 1272 extension. We're looking at almost 3 ATR. So not a bad setup there. Remove old drawings. All right. Nice Wolverine pattern here too is what we like to call, as Nick does. You see the kind of the three buying wicks on each weekly candle. So that worked fairly well. We reversed, and the weekly squeeze looks like it's getting ready to fire along. So that's good there. Amazon, we'll take a look at that. Amazon looks good. Still, as mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned it last week, the daily squeeze is kind of choppy. So it's not really picture perfect. Google, on the other hand, was looking good. I was looking at this, but the market started to close here. But Google has a bunch of intraday squeezes, specifically a 1 hour that I liked. You see the momentum shifting higher, holding the parameters that I like, which is the -1 ATR. So Google can run higher. Microsoft, I believe, hit all-time highs again today. There's no stopping this guy. Bill Gates is on a mission, yeah. So not the prettiest daily candle on Microsoft, but um, looks good. No really squeezes though. There's a 30-minute squeeze here on it, but um, on a daily, I mean that was a fantastic run. I mean we've had a Microsoft's just been a monster. Look at this run ever since we hit down here at 281, almost a 50 point, 60 point move to the upside. Um, I did get out of my USO puts. Should have waited till today, but it's all hindsight. But nice move here. Um, did we break the bottom on this low here? 54.53. We did break it, but we closed back above it. Um, but nice trade there. Was getting a little worried up here, but that was a good one off the sell arrow. So these little arrows indicators work fairly well. Very nice. Very nice. And then natural gas, we have those calls just taking a little hit here, but we have time on that. It's holding this level back here, back in September. So kind of a little W. Maybe we can rep back up and get over 6 again. That would be nice for that. I didn't get anything new on Pennyland. Still got the CZNI, which wonder if you were able to get trip 4s on this, but still holding that trip 5 area, which is at -1 ATR on a weekly. It just pennies, I didn't realize how well it holds, minus the average true range ATR charts and the Fibonacci sequence. So very very nice hold on those. So keep an eye on that, and then yeah, I think that is it for now. I want to look at ES, and I've been so paying attention to NQ futures. I don't know what. I guess I can delete this. What ES and Russell is doing. So weekly squeeze on ES is just firing today. We do also have tons of intraday, all the way from 10-minute to 4-hour squeezes. So just a lot of sideways action. When you get squeezes from 10, 15, 20, 30, 62-hour, 4-hour, that just means you're just trading sideways. So if you look at the 4-hour, ever since I mean, if you, this is sideways action. You go down, you go up, and now it's just stair stepping higher, touching the 2 ATR down to the mean on the 4-hour charts. And then we'll take a look at Russell. So as of now, you do have a sell on Russell on the weekly. All that means we might just get a pullback to the 21. Maybe that's a buying opportunity. And that's the daily. So daily almost came back to the 21. Nice sell arrow here that continued all the way down. So far so good on that. I do think we rally into the end of the year, into beginning of next year. What they call it, Santa Claus rally is what they call it. So just keep an eye on that. And then, yeah, I'll see you guys next week on the daily recap. If you are new to the Facebook video, we do have a Facebook group that I will post in the description, where we do post some of our trades for free. We do have a Slack channel as well, as a free site on to that as well. Website is Off the Chart Trading if you do want to trade with us. And stay tuned, we might have a little treat for you for Black Friday. See you guys. Have a good one.